Alright everyone, welcome. Halloween Play-In. This is a part of the Autumn Cup Super Smash Bros. 64 Net Play Tournament. I'm Tessero and I'm joined by Frey and Robert. How's it going, guys?
Going well. Excited to see some fantastic matches here.
Yeah, we got a lot of good ones. I'm just going to go briefly into kind of an explanation on the format of the Autumn Cup and how the Halloween Play-In sort of fits in. So you can see there's kind of two phases to the Autumn Cup. We have the October split, and then we have the November split. In the October split, we had about 40 competitors split into 4 groups, 10 people per group. They all played each other, and based on the results, they were placed in the rankings. The top 2 moved directly on to the November split, and the positions 3 and 4, they're in the Halloween Play-In. And it's a single elimination. And then the final 2 will end up going over to the November split. So, a lot of good games. We're excited to get to it. In a minute, we'll look at the competitors. And guys in chat, let us know if the audio levels need some tweaking or anything. So here we can see the competitors that are taking part in what groups they each of them came from. Like I said, a lot of strong competitors. Frey, Robert, do you have any thoughts on kind of like who to look for in this to move forward? Who might be some dark horses, and just maybe some general thoughts on the competition in general?
You know, it's a very, very tough field. I think there's a lot of strong players. Obviously, we got 4 different Pikachus, so we'll have to see how well that character is represented. I don't think you can count any of these guys out.
Caweb and Hotline being on the same side of the bracket is really interesting to me too, because those are 2, I would say, of probably the front runners in my mind in this field of players. Though the other side of the bracket's looking really interesting too. Frank and Andykins in the Pikaditto, bound to be a really tough to call set there. I really can't predict which one of those players I think would come out on top. They're both pretty strong Pikachu players, and I think they have a good amount of experience in the Ditto.
Yeah, I think so the round 1 matches should all be between a 3 seed out of the pool and a 4 seed, right?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, so those matches, you know, it's possible they'll be a little more one-sided, or it's possible we'll see some upsets from the 4 seed. They all also should not be rematches. So
yeah.
Some brand new sets.
Yeah, there won't be any rematches unless, I suppose, if 2 people from the same pool ended up making it to the final.
The only rematch would be kind of the final game, which we do have a final one between. So 2 people move on; they will fight each other in the end. But that both of them are going on regardless. It's kind of just a game, so we can kind of see who can be the champion. Yep, exactly. Bragging rights.
Yeah, I mean, after all, those players will immediately play again, right? In the actual final top 10 round robin.
Yep, they'll end up playing each other.
So we've got Baby Caweb up against Paco starting in a minute here, and that's definitely going to be Caweb there coming out as the higher seed from his pool. He got 3rd place in that pool. Definitely a really tough pool too, because number 1 and 2 in that pool were Low Power and Hammerheart. I think that group was probably the toughest out of all of them to make it out without having to get into this play-in. So Caleb ended up coming third in that pool, and he's going to be up against Paco here, who got 4th place in the sort of West Coast group.
Arguably a tough draw for Paco, although Paco has been around for a while. He's a Pikachu player, comes from a very Pikachu-heavy region, so I'm sure he's not unfamiliar with the Ditto. Caleb, I know, does play some other characters, so I'm going to see if he sticks with the Ditto the whole time or be any variation here.
Yeah, he likes to go Kirby sometimes as well. I don't know if we'll see that as a counter pick in the Pika matchup, but it does work for some people. We are going to get into it here anyway.
Back in the day, too.
We see Caleb kind of immediately taking to the sky and holding top plat with these double jumps. Paco's not going to let him keep doing that, though, and they do take it down to the ground. Caleb getting the chain grab started, and he gets the re-grab off of that back throw. Look at the ledge snap with the up B. Wow. Caleb with an explosive start here, and is he going to be able to finish the stock off?
No, that's yeah, that was an incredible up B to grab the ledge. Really, really fancy stuff.
So creative, and
he
you
does
see him
making signature ledge up B there out of the keyboard Pikachu.
Yeah, he's making such good use of those keyboard angles, and it's easy to think of those as being sort of a limiting factor because you don't have as many mix-ups and different directions you can go in. But if you're able to rely on those setups so consistently and you've practiced that sort of thing, you can really make great use of that.
A keyboard is with Pikachu is a bit like that Jackie Chan quote about practicing one kick 10,000 times, right? His angles are quite limited, but once you work out a really special application for one of those angles, you can just do it reliably and just very lands the pivot up tilt to continue the combo and run up smash.
Caleb just looking, dominant in this game 1 here. Paco catching it though, and you see it right there. That's sort of the limitation of the keyboard angles. Not as many different options you can go for there, and Paco was covering pretty well, but Caleb did end up making it back. I noticed he went for a mix-up there where he did like the sort of 90-degree up B, but then he didn't extend it, which is kind of an interesting way to make use of the limited options that he does have.
Caleb, well here, he just goes for a safe far side, and it doesn't really seem like Paco's been able to edgeguard Caleb so far. Feels like he's really gonna have to do that if he wants to make some sort of comeback here. Finally finds that up tilt to back air to close out the first stock. So
going off the top with that.
Yeah, kind of unusual. Going to the ledge. Both these guys doing a bit of going to the ledge between stocks. A great up tilt.
Yeah, just catching him without the double jump there. See if Caleb is able to cover the options here. Pikachu's decently far away. Goes for the down B though.
Goes for the Josh Brody, and I think he could have just ran up and grabbed there, but jumps full hops anyway. I think maybe he expected his opponent flat.
Really strong for Caleb.
Yeah, honestly, it looked like Caleb was pretty dominant in every area of the game, right? He was getting the anti-airs with up tilts. He was winning the ground games with grabs. His edge guarding and recoveries looked better. Pretty much every area looked stronger there. So Paco really gonna have to make some adjustments, I think.
Let's go back with the Pika Ditto. Yeah, it is a best of 5. He's got lots of time. We'll have to see if he finds an answer for Caleb's aggression here. That's really been the name of the game for him, just playing so comfortable and confident. Stringing together like these big punishes.
These pivot up tilts are quite brutal. If you haven't played against those, even if you played against them out of a Kirby but never out of a Pikachu, it's quite the cold shot.
Just catching him out of the sky there just wasn't quite ready. Maybe could have done an up B to escape, but didn't react on time. Tech chasing with the forward air. Good DI from Paco to get out of that setup.
Ooh, yeah, good DI on these up tilts. Just gets pivot up tilted again into another big combo.
And he caught the jump. Oh, man.
This is quite the display.
Caleb showing off even more of those keyboard angles, too. That center of side plat to ledge setup that he did there.
Hands the grab. Can you get this edge guard?
Oh, Paco going a little low.
He just pivot up to catch him. Oh my god. Some incredibly fast Pikachu.
Caleb without a jump here. Still no jump on him. Does land on the platform. Paco just a little bit late on that follow-up.
At the tech end, it looks like he wasn't quite ready.
I think he expected to just continue the combo, but Caleb barely landed on the platform there. Nice mix-up with the single zip there as well, kind of throwing him off. And the up tilt anti-air again, ending that combo early with the back air, just trying to set up the ledge guard.
Caleb's looking for a 4-stock here. Pretty unusual in this matchup. Tends to be very back and forth, but he gets finally hit with the F smash to lose that stock off the hard read. He looking for a JV here. Oh, quite managed to punish those uppies on the
border. Oh my god, come on, Caleb.
I don't know what Caleb's going for now.
Caleb is just feeling super comfortable with his big lead.
Yeah.
Trying to end it in sort of a showy fashion again with the up B.
Goes for the Caleb angle.
Oh
okay,
no, Caleb just doing a little bit of trolling here. Come on, get him, Paco. I'm rooting against Caleb now.
This is disrespectful. It's better when Josh does it because he can actually land it, you know?
Again with the single zip up B though, Caleb just making full use of all of his different like limited options he has. We've seen like everything at least once from him.
Yeah, those single zip up Bs as a mix-up, not too common, you know, out of controller players, or really out of anyone, but making use out of it.
And he's doing it without the extension on the up B as well. Like intentionally drifting backwards, I think, as soon as possible after that first zip, just to make it like as short as possible, which makes it like, you know, even more of a distinct recovery option from the double up B. So Paco going with the Yoshi now.
Yeah, seems like he's seen the writing on the wall that the Pikachu was not going in his favor. Pulls out the Yoshi. Caleb should have at least some experience in this matchup, so... And you can see Caleb immediately taking to the skies. Not going to play the ground game against Yoshi. This would be very unpleasant for Pikachu.
Yeah, Yoshi, of course, hits so hard if he can find the opening and punish properly, but Caleb so far just hasn't given him that opportunity, as he takes a clean first stock unanswered.
Look at these Abis. Some great DI from Paco here, honestly, but it just has not been enough to save him from these constant neutral wins, I feel like, from Caleb. Ooh, that slow fall.
Slow fall, yeah.
That was great. Misses the tech chase, though.
This could be a big punish. Gets out with the armor. Caleb going for a back air.
Caleb with those
weird up Bs.
Yeah.
Yoshi double jumping just outside of that Pikachu up tilt and landing the back air to seal the stock. So far, looking a lot closer than the Pikachu games, as I say that, though. Paco going for maybe an up smash or a shield grab or something. Gets pushed off at the worst possible time and just falls down with that nair.
The Yoshi could bring these back, though. It's a lot easier to come back. Ooh, crazy DI.
Yeah,
get him out of the combo, but...
And Caleb just following up on it so well as he finishes the full combo. I think that was the 0 to death there, just sort of chasing Yoshi all over the screen.
Yeah, Paco missed a lot of text there. It felt like he just never got a good feeling for the tempo of the combo, which can happen with Pika. His hits at weird times. Ooh, I don't like this down B. Nice fair. Great DI from Paco. Honestly, fantastic DI on these fairs.
Not sure if that grab was on purpose or not, but it did work out for him. Caleb, though, built himself up another big lead in this game, and he's trying to catch Yoshi out of that high double jump. Just using these forward airs to stop him from coming in the easy way.
Just building up damage, just tries to go for a down B against up smash.
Oh no, Paco, he got blown off by Wispy. And for the second time in that match, gets pushed off the ledge and accidentally SDs. Sort of an unfortunate showing in the last game there from Paco, because he was looking a little bit better, and maybe without those SDs could have kept it a bit closer. But Caleb is going to come out on top and move on to the next match.
Yeah, it's always tough when you have those character swaps, right? Like, you could say, well, maybe you should have brought it out game 2. After game 1, it's hard to know after just one game that the matchup is hopeless, right? You don't want to write off your main.
Yeah.
Obviously, after you get destroyed in the second game, I think it's a wise choice to switch. But at that point, you're like not giving yourself a lot of opportunity to warm up the Yoshi, which felt like maybe what happened there. The Yoshi didn't look bad, honestly.
No, the biggest problems were just like those SDs, and without that, it would have been a much closer match, I think. But Gonna get to see this combo again. So crazy. All of these tech chases from Caleb and the 2 missed techs there. Just following up everything. That was such a great conversion.
Yeah, it's one thing to say, oh well, he missed a tech, but Caleb was just so ready. I mean, he missed the second tech, and then Caleb immediately goes upper back air, just like to take the stock.
Yeah.
Right after this long combo. I mean, there's no killer instinct coming out of Caleb, I feel like.
Yeah, and you could see there he was playing like so fast and so comfortable too that whole time. Really didn't give Paco a lot of breathing room in that set, just playing in the comfort zone and staying on top of him. Definitely a good showing from Caleb. To answer Durstuck in the chat, Dr. Sauce is also known as Dr. D, that's right.
Next up, we'll be seeing probably another Yoshi matchup. Dr. D, Dr. Sauce versus the Yid. Who do you have favorite in this one?
This is interesting. I want to take a quick look at the standings here.
Seems quite close.
Dr. Sauce is actually the higher seed here. He came 3rd out of his pool, below Dogs and Payroll.
He's been on quite the upward trajectory recently.
Yeah, and the Yid was in the same group with Caleb and Hammerheart and Low, so he came out in 4th place in that group. I think I might, in theory, give the edge to Yid here historically. He's probably got more of a tenured career in competitive play, like more placings overall in tournaments. But Dr. D has been on the come up, I think, in the last couple of years especially. And also, I believe he does like he uses Kirby, right? So that can be, I think he uses Kirby. So if it's Kirby against Yoshi, that can be a tough matchup for Yoshi to crack.
This can certainly be a tough matchup for Yoshi, and I definitely agree with you with that assessment. I mean, Yid has been around for a while now. It feels weird to say that, I remember when he was the up-and-coming new player, but he's been on the scene for a while. And
actually starting off with the Pikachu here, so he preemptively, I don't know if it was a double blind or what happened, but Yid going with the counter pick in game 1.
I've forgotten about this. Yid is a bit of a counter picker.
I think he absolutely
likes to go Falcon Dittos.
Falcon Ditto, the Falcon mains, yeah. He does not always stick to the Yoshi.
He used to be more of a pure Yoshi main, and he just misses that F throw dash after the F throw to land the ups.
Good combo started from Dr. D there. Getting 71 damage on Pika, that's nothing to sneeze at, and he finishes off the edge guard with a down air, but yeah. I think he had him there, but just wasn't in the right place at the right time for that final up B. Still a big lead here in that tech chase on the top plat. Going for the down smash there. Might have been a bit better to wait for a grab. Was that the right percent to kill with a grab there? So now he's still having to finish off the stock, but he does finally land that grab. Pick up the first stock with not a whole lot of damage on the Kirby so far. Very clean first stock. Dr. D looking much improved from what I've seen him in the past. That's quite a clean punch. Yid finding the grab out of that stray up air and just calls him out. I know you're going high. Respect my back air. Now he's off stage. Ooh, just goes straight into the down air. Dr. D still in control of this situation. Pikachu is not out of the woods yet. He's still having to make these recovery attempts and get out of the corner. And even though Dr. D isn't putting together like big combos here, he's just staying on top of him and racking this damage up so quickly. 80% from that edge guard situation. The missed dash after the forward throw from Yid there. Maybe seeing a bit of that like lack of comfort with this counter pick rather than, something like someone who mains Pikachu might be a little bit more ready for that timing. Whereas the Yid might need to warm up a little bit. Those are something that's, really takes a lot of practice to develop with each character, and especially if you're playing Yoshi, you're not doing a lot of throw dashes, right? So... Yeah. And Pikachu is a character who can dash like so quickly after his forward throw, but if you're not used to the timing, like you want to go as fast as possible. Dr. D finding the grab to take the second stock, still a pretty clean lead, almost a full stock up. See if the Yid can answer back here. Just comes up a little bit short with that running grab, and once again he finds himself in the corner. Rising dare there, pretty unusual way to start that combo. Off it. These clean pivot up tilts, these are fast. Yeah. Oh, he misses one there, but Yid not ready for the whiff punish. Both these guys
This game of inches.
The missed Z cancel sets up a tech chase on the side plat. Is that optimal? You have to ask. The side plat is the smaller platform. Is that the future right there that we're seeing from Dr. D?
Dr. D just racking up damage so quickly. You know, Pikachu's recovery much stronger than Kirby's generally, but if Kirby is able to rack up damage this fast,
Neutral B from Yid there, maybe a mistake. Neutral B off stage put him so far below the ledge, just with really not a lot of options to make it back.
I wonder if that was an input error. Okay, finds the edge guard. So we're at 2 stocks to 1. Yid not out of it yet. Really needs to shut down, either find one of these F throw up smashes. Oh, he gets it! Finally lands it! Nice DI from Yid, but not enough to...
And he goes for the back air after the up smash there, and the DI away from Dr. D just got him right out of that combo.
This is a bit of a lead for Kirby, but Pikachu can come back from these situations. Be racking up so much damage, just tech chase F smash on the top plat. Heals that game right up. Dr. Sauce,
Clean
this
game from
punish
Dr. D.
game, looking really, really refined. He's clearly been practicing this. Once he finds those downers, it's like guaranteed 50+% if he doesn't just straight up kill you. I think we're gonna have to see kind of an improved punish game out of Yid, either in terms of edge guarding or combos, because Boss is just building up damage so quickly.
He does stick it out with the Pika here for game 2.
I don't blame him. You know, between the characters he plays, Pikachu clearly the best matchup against Kirby.
Yeah. Yeah, and
it wasn't really a blowout, right? 2 stocks to 1.
No, and there were those sort of key tech errors from Yid there with the forward throws as well. I mean, that's such a huge opening for Pikachu in that matchup. So even
that could easily be a kill on its own.
Yeah, that could be the difference maker just on its own, is just landing those conversions.
Ooh, that Nair is dangerous off stage, but he does still manage to make it back.
Yeah, Yid is looking to make the first stock in this game and, you know, not go down early like last time. Definitely a lot closer in the first stock here, and that back throw almost doing it. See if he calls out those high jump recoveries again. Goes for a down B.
What?
Able to make the conversion happen. Just had enough time to stage spike Kirby there after the up B. Oh, and I love that. I love that respawn tactic
Kirby
too.
In between the down B and himself. I've never seen that. I've actually never seen that as an edge guarding technique. Somehow ties it up. Just runs it against these grabs.
Yeah, he's getting the up smash and goes for a forward air.
Yeah, it was great DI from us too. The key as Kirby is generally to DI the up smash.
I love that reverse back air to get Pikachu onto the side platform.
Asphalt Nair. Dr. D moving really fast. If he can stop getting grabbed on the ground, it feels like this should be his set.
Yeah.
Keeps giving over these grabs, then
I noticed there, it looked like he maybe went for like a hard read forward smash after the down air. I think that is something that you can maybe do a bit more reactively. The grab is going to do it though.
I'll take it. And,
look at Ye just trying to chase him all the way across the stage, and Dr. D just staying barely outside of his range.
Oh, that could have been a stock. It was so close. Nice. Really good shield pressure here.
It came off of the respawn platform so aggressive this fuck, and he's being punished so hard for it. All the way up to 98% from that string of interactions. Dr. D trying to call him out of his up B. Oh no, and Yid missing the double jump. Yeah, and Dr. D was ready for it that time. On top of the ledge with that down air.
It'd be so frustrating as Pikachu. And staying in it. Needs to land this edge guard. Ooh. Okay, finds the up tilt off Dr. D's ledge option. Can be very tough to get off the ledges. Kirby once you're over 100%. Fast fall fair. This is just gonna be a lot of damage. Immediately goes in the dare and then but follows it up with a fast fall nair from the side plat. Very cool movement and suddenly
still covering the options. And I like the down air, yeah.
104% maybe could have in a blink of an eye.
Could have had a tech chase forward smash there, but opts for the grab, just building up more damage, keeping the pressure up on this Pikachu, and it's so hard in this situation if you're Pika to make this comeback. You have to you can't really like trade anymore, you know? Like any strong back air or nair from Kirby is gonna do it at this point. Not to mention grab as well.
Not quite safe.
He did get the re-grab there off of the mistech from Kirby.
I've seen comebacks like this happen as Pika in this matchup, but
you have to play so careful, and that strong nair from Dr. Sauce is gonna take it.
It seems like Dr. Sauce this set has been really on top of his kill options. I mean, once Yid's got that damage, he starts going for these fastfall nairs, bears, dare to F-throw. He knows those F-throw kill percents. He's not letting Pikachu just live and live and live forever, which, you know, can easily happen. Happens when I play Kirby, for sure. And Yid, bringing it back to Yoshi, starting off with an egg, getting a bit of damage and immediately getting shield broken. He's regretting his choice.
Dr. D! He did the fast fall downer. You can survive that, I think. But just like a little bit late there, ends up trading the stock.
Probably not what he wanted, but, you know, you get to take the stock some.
Finding the up tilt. Look at that tech chase downer with the dash dance in there. That looks so cool.
Yeah, these are some flashy combos from Dr. D. Those fair combos are kind of a throwback. I haven't seen.
Yeah, you're just struggling to find the opening right now. Dr. D just keeping him out with these big Kirby moves. But as I say that, the three-piece combo to take the stock. Such a fast punish from Yid there. And that's the type of thing that you find when you're playing your main, you know? Just that
he
level
was
of
never
comfort.
able to find those as Pika. Now he's just straight up a stock. Ooh, DJC fair trading with down tilt, kind of a weird interaction. Okay, good F smash.
Yeah, breaking the armor above the side
percents.
flat. Just so much knockback there from the forward smash, even through the armor, that it knocked him past the ledge and he couldn't make it back. Big downer from the Yid there. Not seeing a lot of DI from Dr. D coming out there, but the ledge DI from Yid almost getting him out of this punish. 56% for Dr. D, not bad.
I think Dr. D actually only started DIing at the very end of the dare, and it kind of took Yid off guard.
Yeah, a little bit.
Ooh, up tilt was a little greedy, pushes him off. Gets Yoshi out of that pressure. Dr. D doing a lot of switching between high and low. You'll see some Kirby's just camp top platform the whole time. Dr. D willing to mix it up.
What? That's a really interesting, like, kind of nair that Yid went for there. Really risky option, but I guess if you land the weak nair at this percent, it might link into like a run-off forward air or something like that. And the up smash,
nice up smash,
calling out that greedy downer from Dr. D there, just sort of testing him a little bit.
Yid, experience with this matchup, has several very strong Kirbys in his region, so he's gonna know those patterns and know what he can get away with. Ooh, kind of dangerous nair from Kirby.
Yeah, it looked like Yoshi might have been able to get an opening there, but he ended up just retreating, wanted to get out of the corner, and that forward air is really big for Yid.
It doesn't trade this time, but Dr. D gets out of the combo with a nair.
What a nair, yeah, using the back end of it. Throwing the egg, though, that couldn't have been on purpose.
Yeah, and this is going to last stock.
Yeah, Dr. D cleans it up. Yid getting so aggressive there with that play, trying to just find the spike to end it.
It corners himself, and suddenly it's dead even.
Yeah, and yet you can tell now that his last stock, he's feeling a little bit apprehensive about trying to approach with the double jump. Maybe think
so much damage.
Yeah, he thought maybe Kirby was gonna go up to the top line there. The nair armor break from Dr. D, going to take it.
He waits till Kirby's right at the apex of his jump when he doesn't have any more options to mix up his approach. Snips him right there. Uses the nair, knows his armor break percents. We saw it all throughout that game. Just great performance from Dr. D. This guy's improved so much.
It's showing, like I said, the up and comer factor there. Like, I mean, he's really been on the grind, getting better, and just wow, really kind of overwhelming Yid in that matchup. And definitely Yid looking better once he switched to the off the Pika to the Yoshi. I would say showing his comfort there, and you see look at that combo. Just 3 hits into death. Can't even really do that as Pikachu. That's
not happening, especially against a Kirby that's DIing. Yid, I mean, pulling out all the stops, but just was not even able to take a single game. Dr. Sauce, very impressive. And this side of the bracket, heating up. Dr. Sauce only needs to win one more match, make it to the final round robin.
So definitely interesting in how the bracket is developing so far. So Dr. Sauce going to play the winner of Frank and Andykins, which will certainly be another Kirby up against Pika matchup. Meanwhile, Caleb playing Hotline LETSGO, the winner of that set that's coming up next, and that's definitely an interesting one. I don't really know what to expect from LETSGO because he plays a lot of different characters. I saw some Mario in the highlight reel. We might see the Fox or the Pikachu. Really depends. And we are going to have a commentator switch here now, so Goon is going to be joining me on commentary for these next two sets. Everyone say hello to Goon. Welcome.
What's up? I was taking a well-needed nap.
Well rested and ready for some commentary now, eh?
Yeah, I'm ready to give valuable insight.
Hell yeah. So we got Hotline and LETSGO up next. Who do you think is going to take this? If you had to guess.
Hotline versus LETSGO. Well, just based on I think Hotline probably will take it just based on the fact that I don't think that LETSGO has a winning record against many Yoshis from what I can remember in his region. Like, it doesn't seem like something that he is practically, like too learned in, Not to say that it's impossible for Fox. I think it's actually a quite even matchup, but I just think in terms of knowledge that Hotline has the advantage.
He does
And
have a good
experience.
sized pool of characters he can pull on here, though. If the Fox doesn't work out, Fox is what he goes for in the game one.
True.
Not
He could,
super unexpected.
he could go Falcon. He's got a Falcon. He could even play Mario, but I don't know about that one. That's pretty lopsided matchup for Yoshi, I think. But getting started on game one right now.
Definitely a key thing in this matchup for Fox is using the lasers to keep Yoshi out and using that drill to sort of abuse Yoshi's lack of quick escape options on the ground. And wow, what a big combo to start things off from Hotline, just immediately deleting that first stock off of the Fox.
Yeah, it just kind of seemed like LETSGO just got sort of put into the corner and then punished real hard for it. He's not really. But that's kind of what you need right there. You
Yeah,
need to be
good use of the
working.
downer.
Yeah, you need to be working around that armor more efficiently, because otherwise
just swings the up
might
smash out.
just lead into. But
I love that option from Hotline there too, using the double jump to stall him on the get up attack. Maybe a nair would have been better than the down air there. And he does end up resetting.
I think a good way to kind of look at this at matchup sometime is like, how well does a character combo horizontally and how well do they combo vertically? And I think that when you're Fox, you don't want to get yourself in a position where Yoshi is comboing you vertically. So it might be better to play up in that space instead. Even though it's strong, of course, they'll play laser game and whatnot. But yeah, this is the stuff he needs. He needs to get him in a position where he can just kind of juggle Yoshi and make sure that armor is not, getting in the way.
Nice recovery there. Yeah, you never really want to get Yoshi too high up when you're comboing him either, I don't think, because, when you hit him away from the stage up high, it just gives him a lot more options with his double jump.
Yeah.
Fox can take some really early stocks in this matchup just by setting up a combo that ends in like a shine near the edge.
Yeah, for sure.
This should be an edge guard situation for LETSGO there. Using the down tilt, goes for the jab, but not quite going to hit it. Still all over him, breaking the armor with every move, and he does clean up the stock to even it up at 2-2. Oh, and that forward air! That could be huge. Is Hotline able to finish this edge guard? This is so important. Just using the flowchart there, falling there into the double jabs, but reverse DI.
Nice DI.
That is not easy to do with Fox. LETSGO finding himself a second lease on life right here. We'll see what he's able to do with that. Maybe Hotline going for a parry there on the up B. Could have done it like a parry up smash. Would be a little bit flashy.
Oh, nice little kick.
Caught the double jump. He recognized it. Just use the forward tilt. And that up smash after the Clang, what is happening?
Oh,
He's
that's
using the downer.
yeah.
I love this play from LETSGO right now. Such a unique way of interacting with Yoshi on the ledge. And great weave as well, getting around the forward tilt. Hotline swinging out the up smash, maybe getting a little bit desperate here to take this stock.
Oh, nice little edge cancel. It didn't matter at all, but you know, it's a
Yeah,
good
actually ended up being detrimental to him since it allowed Hotline to catch him with that stick hop back air.
Oh,
Let's go again with these downers. So good. It's so difficult for Yoshi to respond to that correctly. He's got a big percent lead. I think he might have caught the double jump there as well. We'll see if he's able to finish this off. Doesn't quite make it.
yeah, just
Hotline
missed
drifting
opportunity
around
there.
and falling, grabbing the ledge. But he's got so much percent on him now. This is where it gets so hard for Yoshi because he can't rely on that armor anymore to box your way in.
Yeah, this is where you want Yoshi in a high percent situation where you know that that armor is not going to be much in play.
This
But
could be a big combo.
This is a huge combo.
Goes for the weak nair. Forward tilt's going to connect. Is the DI. There
nice
it is.
DI.
Let's go with the
Oh,
up smash out of shield. Taking
nice
game
out of
one.
shield option.
So
oh, nice
close.
little taunt too.
Yeah, wow. What a showing from Let's Go there. That was so close.
Yeah, that was really close. I actually a bit surprised by his adapting a little bit. I think that something that he was starting to do well as the match went on is kind of just, throwing out those hitboxes and making sure that Yoshi's just not going to occupy, his space. And it was working out where he was getting the armor getting, not as effective because of it.
Yeah, Fox does have a lot of tools to overwhelm Yoshi in this matchup. We'll see if Let's Go's able to get out of the corner right now, though. Does catch Yoshi without the double jump, but he gets the immediate tech on the top plat, so he's going to be okay. Hotline, let's see if he can finish this combo off. Looking for a strong back air to knock Fox off of the stage. And it seems like a lot of the interactions are happening near the floor here, which is honestly probably better for Fox in this matchup. That's kind of where Fox wants to be.
I'd say so. I think for Fox, you don't want to get comboed vertically, like I was saying. I think horizontally, you have a stronger chance.
Catching the double jump evens it up once again. This has been such a close match between these guys so far. Nobody's really taken any huge lead in these games. When Let's Go swinging out the up smash, we'll see if Hotline's able to get this combo with the tech chase nair. Wispy actually helping him out there, pushing him off during the tech animation, so Hotline wasn't able to follow up on that weak nair.
I feel like I'm seeing a lot of button heights, button jumps that are they're meant to be short hops, but they're actually being full button hops that he's not meaning to. And it's really messing up him using lasers. So I definitely think that's a mistake on Let's Go's part, but he's not getting punished as hard for it. So it's maybe it's even throwing Hotline off a little bit. It's why is he button hopping, full button hopping here?
Wow, what a big combo from Hotline, setting him up tech chase up smash in an edge guard situation, going for the weak nair. It looks like Let's Go's gonna get out of that. But Hotline's starting to develop a pretty big lead in this second game here. And that back air too, so big. Is he able to get it with the eggs? Goes for a back air. Let's Go mixing him up a little bit with the drift there.
Oh, no jump. Yeah, good. Nope, Yoshi can't. Oh, never mind.
He did have the
Nice
jump. Held on to it. Waited even a little bit. And the up tilt. Wow, he just up tilts him straight out of the up special. And yeah, Hotline up 3-1 here. We'll see if Let's Go is able to edge guard or make some adjustments that can get him back into this game. If you go off stage like that, it can be so scary. But he does end up catching the Yoshi double jump there and taking him down to second to last stock.
I think what is making the difference for Hotline having this lead right now is that he's not fighting Let's Go as much at the corner. Because Let's Go just got a lot of mileage out of these weird get Hotline in these strange positions where he didn't have a jump or whatever, but he's being a little bit more cautious and not just
nice reflector.
Corner.
Again with the reflector.
Good reflector though. Oh, but that egg.
That egg's gonna do it, and you can tell Let's Go knows it's over after that.
Yep.
So Hotline taking game 2 with a 2 stock there.
Yeah, there wasn't
Not super dominant, but definitely
No.
looked a lot harder for Let's Go, and we'll see if he sticks with the Fox here.
No, we didn't see any strong punishes or anything like that. But yeah, I just definitely think that Hotline picked his spots a little bit better. And Let's Go, I say, would honestly just a little bit off in his tech. It just Fox is a
Yeah, right there you see
execution
the missed Z
character.
cancel.
Yep.
Leads to a huge opening for Hotline. He hasn't really been getting these tech chases on the platforms all that much, though. See if he can make something happen there again with that sort of float above downer, but Fox actually ended up getting pushed a little bit too far away for the up tilt to connect. And now Let's Go's got his own pressure started up, just weaving around the up tilt with that up air. Catching him with the weak back air. Oh, that's a terrible trade for Fox, though. Yeah, Hotline with the dash attack. We've seen him seal out a couple of stocks that way already. And Let's Go maybe just not having strong enough DI to go into the ledge there.
The way he's playing this like neutral right now I think is, it's a decent idea, but right there you see he like kind of shot
There's a
like
lot of these like high lasers.
yeah, that I just don't think are like doing anything at all.
Yeah, it's certainly not as much as he needs. Maybe trying to keep Yoshi off the platforms, but I don't know how much Hotline is really playing the plots right now. And you see the reaction tech chases coming out, and the egg exploding just coming up barely short of Fox's shine there. Hotline with the double jump edge grab too.
Yeah, it's not like Hotline is playing like the Karaba style where he's just, full hopping back air on side play or anything like that. He's clearly playing the ground. So,
I like that up smash call out from Let's Go. We've seen a lot of those.
Yeah, he's been good at doing that out of shield too. He actually won the first game doing so. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Again with the up smashes.
Reaction up smashes.
It's such a strange option from Fox. You don't usually see it, and this is exactly why you can get punished so hard if you get called out for that. It's got so much end lag.
It's looking. Yeah, go ahead.
He's playing a lot more aggressively now.
Yeah. I would say so. That's kind of what I've been noticing too.
Oh, and the jab call out. He's just gonna go down.
Nice.
Yeah. Huge game 3 from Hotline. He's just getting better and better in this set right now.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like Let's Go is like capitalizing on anything right now. I'm not trying to say it like how do I put this? It feels like he plays like a little bit of a laser neutral game, right? But it doesn't really do anything to sort of close the gap between Hotline, and then eventually Hotline will come in with an aggressive move because he's Yoshi and stuff, and that's just been working out way more for Hotline.
And that jab catching the double jump. See if Hotline's able to finish this out. He's just going for jabs only right now, not really looking to end the stock. And using the grab, so he does give Fox a double jump back, but he's far enough away that the down B is going to take it. And yeah, I think we need to see like more like down air pressure again from Let's Go. That was giving him a lot of mileage in the first game.
Yeah.
Hotline playing the edge of the platform so well there, just daring Let's Go to come in.
That's the danger of being vertically comboed by Yoshi right there, especially when you're on the, you're underneath side plat. Oh, but now he's doing something that's more reminiscent of Karaba right there.
Yeah, that's exactly what it led to him taking that last stock, and you can see he's just sort of calling out Let's Go's approaches every time with those like retreating double jump approaches off of the edge of the platform. Can he seal out the edge guard? I think still no jump for Fox here. So he's in a good position, but nice drift from Let's Go. The up smash though, calling out the shield timing.
Definitely dominating this game right now. With clearly it just seems like his game plan is just a lot stronger than Let's Go right now. And
it's like every match he gets twice as better as the last one. He's just looking so on top of things here. It's such a tough situation for Let's Go now to make this 4-stock comeback when he's already got 73% on him. And Hotline is just all over him, the up tilt up smash going to seal it.
The 4-stock. Hotline definitely adapted way harder than Let's Go did. I feel like I spent a lot of time kind of nitpicking Let's Go's play, but I feel like a lot of my nitpicks are less about like, him as a player and more about like his hands just not working right. It just felt like a lot of like he was trying to do something and his hands just were not cooperating with him. And I was trying to say how like Fox is a precision character. Like you either do really well with Fox or you don't, and you suffer for it.
And I'm not sure how active LETSGO has been in this game. Definitely like an older name. He used to be pretty active in the West Coast online scene, but I'm not sure how much he plays anymore these days. So maybe a little bit of rust coming out there.
Yeah.
Hotline though, just finding his way into the comfort zone so well in that set, and he's gonna move on to face Caleb in the qualifying match. That'll be really interesting to see.
Yeah,
Definitely
yeah.
a strong test for Hotline. Caleb was looking so good in that set against Paco earlier, just playing so confident and comfortable. I don't know if you caught that one, but it was really a sight to behold. Caleb's Pikachu was looking so good in that.
Yeah, I didn't see it. It was busy catching Z's, but excited to see it now. Excited to see how he'll fare against Hotline, who definitely looks a bit warm now. So
Yeah. So we got Frank and Andykins up next, which will certainly be a Pika Ditto, I would expect.
Okay. Yeah, that'll definitely
And
be a Picadillo for sure.
this is one I've been interested to see because it's really tough to call. These guys are not from the same region. Frank is like West Coast, Andykins Midwest. Not two players that you get to see up against each other often. So sort of an untested matchup, but they're both like they've both been doing well in their respective region with the Pikachus.
Right. And I do think that, it's not spoken very often, but I do think there is playstyle difference based on region as well. Like I think more of the Western rats are more reliant upon certain behaviors. Like I feel like when you play like kind of those Western like California Mexican rats, they're more dependent on using like their options on the ground, such as like up tilt.
Yeah, like the
And
reads and the callouts.
yes. And then like
Frank
when you,
definitely like a very patient, fundamental heavy player.
yeah.
And
And
then
then
like
you have
Andykins, he's so aggressive, right?
yeah.
He's like a button pusher rat, kind of in the similar vein as like Beef, maybe.
Yeah, you just have those different flavors of rat, and it'll be interesting to see how that works. And I think if I had to guess, I might think that Frank will win this just by outpatienting, Andykins. I don't even know if that's a proper word, but we'll see. I
We
think
all know what you mean.
the determining factor will be how strong will Andykins' punishes be, and how will
Yeah,
Frank recover from them.
I think Andykins definitely someone we can expect to be capable of exerting some really strong pressure if he finds a good opening, but he is also capable of using the patience. We'll see what he's able to do here. Looks like he maybe got stuck in movement a little bit, and Frank makes the first strike, finds the grab, going for the tech chase because he wants a big punish off of that, but ends up just resetting. Oh, and didn't get the dash there after that up air.
These are some interesting trying to get the up smash, and I know why he's trying to do it, because if you get that up smash, it can lead into a real big punish, but
Yeah,
he's whipping them twice so far.
the low percent up smash is sort of Pikachu's main avenue in this matchup to like finding the 0 to death combo, like the coveted, nair, up air, back air, whatever it might be.
Yeah, for sure.
Frank looking strong so far. He's definitely fishing for that grab there. Andykins approaching with a reverse forward air into a huge string though, and ends up down airing in the wrong direction. So that is going to reset neutral and the maybe ballsy up smash there. A little bit too much guts on that one, and Frank just going to easily punish that with the grab. See how much extra credit he can get on this first stock before Andykins answers back. On the up tilt, there it is, yeah. Just calling out that approach.
They have a very good like knack to just kind of I would say it's like a kind of a more methodical way of playing on the ground, where you kind of see where Frank just like, okay, I'll just wait, and then you're gonna come down, and then I'll use my tail, and
Yeah,
it's
exactly. It works, right? And he built up 70% damage on Andykins, which is, that's like a big thing in this matchup. Like, because like winning neutral at low percent is so difficult for Pikachu. A lot of his like good neutral moves just don't get him a whole lot at like 0.
Yeah,
Frank is able to capitalize on that and take a whole like stock lead.
I see that what Frank is doing when he kills or when he kills Andykins is that he like double jumps right into the air, and it
Back
is more
throw kills.
about like, oh yeah, like kind of right here he just kind of is playing more aerial, which I think is a little bit questionable personally, but it's working out for him. I just feel like if you go to the air and you get swatted, it can be dangerous even at like low percent.
Yeah, maybe not at like 0, but as soon as you've got like maybe 20% on you, you gotta watch out. Andykins finding a big combo there off of that ledge play and maybe getting himself a bit back into this game here. It's
Yeah,
still gonna be really tough.
something a little bit like that. Like Andy kind of jumped up in the air with I think that was 2 stick hops. I could be wrong, but you could see that Frank was able to swan him away at least once or twice. But I think Andy was able to just slightly DI out of it, or it was just a bit untrue due to the percent.
Frank is building a lot of damage now, making it harder and harder for Andykins to set up this comeback. Andykins definitely not out of this, though. Anything can happen in this. Ditto on that up smash is going to take it. Doesn't even need the down special. So, I mean, this is a hard situation. Andykins has got to watch out for back airs, got to watch out for grabs, but still has to find a clean way to get an opening set up for himself. Really difficult. If he can win the grab war, though, he might be able to set up an up smash combo. Goes for the back throw instead there. Maybe not what he needed.
Nice little zip out.
Yeah, and you see that it's such a quick reaction to cover that from Frank, though. Gets them onto the top line with a nair. Not going to take it. So Andykins still in a position. Now if he catches him with the up air, could be really, really good for him. It could be a huge punish. And I like that angle, but just not quite making it to the ledge.
Didn't work out.
Yeah, it was a really good decision. He just failed to execute it by that tiniest little bit. Went a little bit too low.
I think like I said, I mentioned it again, like kind of when I feel like Andy should definitely try to just go to the ledge more when he gets rid of Frank's stock. Like just zip to the ledge, He has to guess like 3 different options. You can get up attack, you can get up roll. If you're just kind of jumping up in the air, then all he really has to do is wait or hit you.
Frank starting out strong again, building another lead for himself, but we saw in that last game Andy had the capability to start making a huge comeback. And without that tech error, who knows how that game could have ended. Frank going for the weak nair to back air combo, not going to work at that percent, but Andykins gets an accidental up smash, I think, going for a stick jump up air maybe to punish that up B landing.
One thing I'm also
back air.
Yeah, one thing I'm also noticing is that, and this is kind of just based on the fact it's Picadillo, you don't really see like them just holding like one particular area of the stage. They're kind of just like it's free reign, and that's kind of what makes Picadillos like actually very exciting, and why I don't understand the stigma behind them is because you can see them playing up in the air, you can see them playing for the plats. There isn't just one particular area that Pikachu excels at. He just excels everywhere, and it's just about using all of what you know to
Tilts from Andykins, just like 4 in a row.
It can be a very intuitive way of playing the game, and it really tests your ability to do so in the Picadillo, I feel.
Yeah, in some ways Picadillo is like 64 in its purest form.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's exactly what happened to Andykins before. I think maybe going for a stick jump up air and getting an up smash on the ground under the platform. And you see Frank now is the one swinging with these up tilts, just challenging Andykins to get around it. And he thought he had the stock there, I think, and ended up running away from the ledge, but it's not going to matter. The weak hit of the up smash into a backer is going to take that stock for Frank.
I feel like what Frank is doing good is that he's kind of applying the pressure on the Andykins, even if it's not like an aggressive way. It's more like okay, I have the lead, so you need to come to me. And then Frank will just,
get around my big move.
Yep.
What are you going to do? It's so huge. It's so hard to beat. And Andykins, it's such a challenge to time your approaches, especially finding the punish on that up tilt in a way that you can set up like a long combo of your own. And not just like a stray hit.
Yeah, I think it might benefit Andykins to kind of play a bit more war of attrition than just trying to like quickly get rid of Frank's stock, because
especially right now you can see he's fishing for these big openings. But the other Pikachu's at 0. If you can build some percent on him, then all of a sudden he's he can't just play above you anymore. Like he has to respect the up air more. And some other things like up tilt combos come online once you build some of that damage up. It doesn't always need to be a 0 to death open air.
Yeah, it's just a small thing I also noticed, but it seems like Andykins' rat is kind of facing forward, and he needs to really more face backward, because it's such a better way to space with the backward facing up air, or even just the short hop down air. backward facing.
I like this coverage from Andy, but not quite on time for the tech in place. And look at Frag just zipping all over the stage. Definitely agree with what you said there about the facing direction. I think Andykins is sort of maybe playing for those conversions at low percent into an up smash, which is why he likes to face forwards. But, you know, as we've been saying, maybe just winning those spacing battles a bit more and not relying so heavily on your punish game could be to his benefit.
And he was doing it for a split second, right? And it's like Frank
That's
realized,
a forward back throw.
Frank realized, oh, I can't, you know, it was kind of just like a stance in a way where he's like, oh, he's facing backwards now, so, you know, he's gonna play defensive.
And you can see too, Frank. Oh, and again the up B. No, Andykins with another crucial up B error on a last stock situation, and actually had the lead there too. That's so disappointing. But Frank is gonna go up 2 games off of that. But just what I was saying there, like, as you say about what direction they're facing, if you watch Frank, he's almost always got his back turned to Andy. It's just 2 different styles clashing.
But I just feel like when just that split, it was like only for like a couple of seconds. I just feel like Frank was more like, okay, so he's playing it in a way that, you know, I can't as easily, you know, pressure him. It's like a defensive stance in a way.
Good setup from Andy, reaching a little too far for that combo. Do you see him going for those back airs now? Frank trying to combo into the up smash.
Nice
and Andykins
decent angle.
Lands from the up B, immediately up tilts and catches Frank off guard. Getting a little bit too greedy on the punish attempt. Can he get off of the ledge? I love that up B so fast after the neutral get up. He really only gave Frank a tiny 1 or 2 frame window there probably to punish that.
Another gutsy trying to land on Frank, and Frank just has, you know, the answer, and the answer is always just up tilt. He's got to really.
Is that a neutral B?
Oh.
And look at that shield pressure from Andy.
Crazy shield pressure. Crazy.
Almost breaking it. So Andy is going to strike first in this game 3 here. He's got a lot of work to do if he's going to come back in this set, though. Down 2-0 already.
And that's going to kill. Now it's tied up right now, and you can see Frank again going up in the air.
That's an up tilt. Oh, I love the patience from Andykins.
Do it back to him. Nice little tilt. Oh, a little overzealous, I think, with that up tilt, and Frank recognizes.
He got his double jump with the Derek jabs there. Still keeping up the pressure in this corner. Andykins 80%. A grab is gonna do it from pretty much anywhere on stage now for Frank, and you have to start playing around that. Could be so tough. And up tilt down air. Decides the down air is what he thinks is gonna reach there. Andykins using these neutral Bs to add some pressure, and that one ended up coming up right on the stage with him as he recovered, but Frank got around, found himself that grab on the side platform. You gotta be careful playing in the air at this percent, though.
Yeah, for sure, and I wonder why Andy just decided, okay, I'm just gonna go straight to the ground. He could have definitely punished it there, but, you know, it's hard to notice those things, like when you're playing, you know, your instincts kick in, and sometimes you do things that, you know, you don't really process entirely. Like, it's a lot easier for me in commentary to notice these things than, you know, actually playing the game. So
yeah, and like making adjustments on the fly when you're in a tournament set is so demanding too.
Yeah.
Frank again with the up tilt, calling out Andykins' approach off the side platform. The down tilt, though, calling out his ledge jump there, and that's going to do it. So Andykins still keeping it close in this game, but Frank has sort of been holding the reins here for most of this set. Just always a little bit ahead. And now he's a full stock ahead, which demands a really strong answer from Andykins. That back air could be really big for him. He doesn't have a jump, and Andykins calling him out with the falling weak nair. What a punish. Just fully answering back that whole stock. Oh, and that was such a dangerous landing from Frank there. Went unpunished. Andykins finding these big back airs now, though.
Those approaching, facing forward airs are really killing him. I think I've seen him get grabbed or punished for that like so many times now.
Oh, wow. You see Frank just up tilt that Pikachu down air. That's such a difficult option to anti-air. And Frank rolling. Again with the up smash, though, it has to be an accident, right? He must be going for up airs there. But Frank is on top of him right now. The back throw might not quite do it.
Not yet, but
one more big hit from Frank,
kills.
yeah. Andykins has got to find a clean opening here and make it really count. He's facing backwards now, threatening with these landing up airs.
I love when he's doing that. Like
Frank could have had him there. It's such a dangerous downer approach from Andy. Downer's not going to get him a whole lot. Can he cover the up B? Andykins going to the plat. What an up B. Great escape. He is still in the corner, though. He's got to find his way out. And Frank getting the grab. Andykins a little bit too overzealous with that jumping back air.
I definitely just feel like, Frank played well, and he played absolutely to his strengths, but Andy was too reliant on those kind of overzealous approaches that really were just not panning out for him. And I think he should have tried to more play it like, I kind of put it like he needs to play more to Frank's pace. He was not playing to his pace. And sometimes it's good if you can kind of knock someone out of, what's comfortable with them. But it didn't seem like Frank was really that, deterred by Andykins' aggressive options. He's kind of just like, okay, so you're gonna approach me, and I'm gonna space it out, and I'm gonna hit you with my tail.
Yeah, so Andykins' run here in the Autumn Cup does come to an end with that set. A little bit of a heartbreaker, and again, we see that awesome punish he got there on that last game. So many key moments where it looked like Andykins was back in the driver's seat, but just like falling apart on the last stocks there, especially with those SDs in Game 1 and Game 2. Really an unfortunate set for Andykins there. You hate to see him go out that way, but Frank is going to move on, I believe, to face Dr. Sauce. Anyway, though, that is going to end my commentary time for now. Robert is going to hop back on and give you guys the next couple of sets with Goon. So I'll be headed out for now. I hope you guys all enjoyed listening to me speak tonight. Hope I did a good job making these matches exciting to watch, and best of luck to the players remaining to qualify.
Of course. Good having you.
Thanks, Frey. Glad to be back on the mic. Looking forward to two fantastic sets here. Frank versus Dr. Sauce, and first up, Hotline versus Baby Caleb. Both of these guys taking their sets in pretty strong fashion. Almost all the sets we've seen have been fairly one-sided, which I guess is what you'd expect when you have the 3 versus 4 seeds.
Yeah, for sure. And we were just talking. I actually thought I was going to be getting a Caleb and Hotline with Frey, but I was talking about how it seemed like Hotline was really starting to warm up in his set against LETSGO. So it'll be interesting to see if he can carry that, dare I say, momentum into this set. I hate using that word, but it exists in the English dictionary for some reason.
Yeah. I mean, just being warmed up and making sure you're playing well from set to set is certainly a skill on its own. I think Hotline is an experienced player, although I know that his region is a little lacking in Pikachu players. Although he has played online a lot, so it's always a little risky to assume someone doesn't have a matchup. What do you think? Do you think Baby Caleb will stick with Pikachu for this, or will he pull out one of his other characters?
I think he has no reason to change. I believe that I have seen him play against Wizrobe on his stream and has done quite well. And we all know how
with Pikachu.
With Pikachu, yes, he's actually he's almost like obnoxiously confident in this matchup. So I really want to see him.
That makes it exciting. That makes it exciting for sure.
He like considers himself, from what I understand, like this is his
Paco's Yoshi looked pretty competitive, I would say. Actually, less of a stomp than the Pikachu was.
Well, I feel like you can see that confidence even now, where he's just staying up on top plat, and that's such a good place for Pikachu to be, because
how did that the turnaround fair to spike?
Interesting.
The fair sends people not straight down but slightly towards Yoshi, and he turned around so that the fair would send him off stage. It's really clever. Ooh, Baby Club getting that tech chase. A good position. Okay, snipes him with the bear. Breaks armor early. The challenge when you break armor early like that is making sure they can't just grab the ledge. What is that
nice
jab
little
grab?
grab.
That's wild.
Okay, nice.
Ooh, nice perfect land, up smash. It's that attack that can make this matchup so difficult for Pikachu.
Yeah, I
It's
like his
Yoshi.
use. I like his usage of just playing on top plat. You know, make Yoshi play more vertically. It's something that actually was told to me by dogs to do more when I was just kind of labbing this matchup out. It's like it's a lot more advantageous for Pikachu to be up there and force Yoshi to kind of come get you because you don't want to be comboed horizontally, so it's so strong.
Sure, yeah. And it tends to be the approach of a lot of characters fighting against Yoshi, just trying to abuse his kind of slow vertical approach.
Yeah.
Just to take to the skies. Let's see this edge guard. This is a Hotline. Maybe expecting to get another hit of DI or on stage.
This little getaway. Oh, the flub.
Inches away from that up smash. So close. Now Hotline needs to try and find some way to take this stock. Okay, finally does it with the up tilt up air. Still down 2 stocks to 1, and Caleb's edge guarding has looked really good this game.
Yeah, for sure. And he knows that, you know, that fair that he's doing, it's meant to outlast the armor there. So if you can, you know, do that and kind of clip Yoshi when the armor is ending, then you can get like some cheesy kills, and was able to work out for him a little bit. He didn't get a cheesy kill off of it, but definitely like applies that pressure when Yoshi needs to use that double jump on the edge.
Quite an abrupt end to that game. Caleb
Kirby.
Interesting. He cornered Hotline and stole his jump with the up tilt. Then he switches to Kirby after what looked like a pretty strong performance from the Pikachu.
Yeah,
it was a JV3 actually.
Yeah, I saw no issue with how he was playing. I guess maybe this is just the very confidence, you know. Caleb's definitely a player who, when he feels himself,
Oh, yeah, I mean, we saw him spamming those down Bs in this match earlier. So.
I think he believes that there's like a competitive edge if he's like kind of like making the opponent look like a fool. And he's saying to Hotline, I believe right now, he's like, oh, you can't even beat my best character, so I'm gonna give you like my second worst, and you know it's gonna be easy.
Maybe. I mean, this is like a pretty good matchup, probably arguably Yoshi's worst matchup. So makes sense as a counter pick. Although it is a little weird to counter pick after you win, since you know your opponent gets to pick second.
Yeah, that's the part that really makes me believe this is kind of like getting in your head, but it's not really phasing Hotline right now, and actually he's in the lead right now.
Yeah.
So.
Ooh, I don't know about that up smash. I wonder if he wanted a forward tilt, but it's funny. Sometimes this Kirby, it can be tough to get the kill. Just like that, he ended up getting a weak bear and couldn't break the armor. Generally a good matchup, but sometimes Yoshi makes a habit of living for a long time, and just like that, he finds this massive kill to go up 4 stocks to 1.
I think what's happening here is that Spongy is a regional also player for Hotline, and okay.
Okay.
Huh?
A little bit of sloppiness for both sides under a lot of pressure. I like that nair through the platform.
All I was gonna say is, oh, nice.
A big punish. Whoa. It's in way off stage. Nair should break armor here. Goes for the rock. Who gets fared for his
What's going on? What's going on?
I think the rock was a pretty reasonable move.
Yeah.
That's the end. Actually, I think that's a good way to break the armor. It's kind of similar to Yoshi's down B edge guard, you know. It's a little unorthodox, but it breaks the armor. It's around some timing mix-ups, because the Nair goes weak so easily.
That should kill, yeah. But yeah, Hotline kind of showing he's not phased by this. And I just wanted to mention before all that shenanigans happen is that, yeah, he's got Spongy in his region, and I think he's definitely, you know, more comfortable with Kirby. I don't think there's a lot of Pikachus over in Connecticut, honestly.
Caleb immediately back to Pikachu.
Yeah. Good.
Did not waste 5 seconds thinking on that character select screen. I think this is the right move. Hotline, obviously very comfortable with the Kirby matchup, and we got to see just the power of Yoshi. I mean, if he doesn't get iced out in neutral, his punish game can win games in a minute.
I think what was working out for Caleb's Pikachu in the first game was definitely like just sort of tacking on that percentage
I love that timing mix up with the DJC to get around the up tilt. And Hotline takes the first stock. What are you saying?
Oh, I was just saying that I feel like... Oh, that should lead in the kill. I just feel like he was doing a better job at like tacking on the percentage and then making it where it counts. But with Kirby, sure, you can get a bunch of up tilts and, you know, have Yoshi at 63, but it kind of like you said, you kind of still need to hit Yoshi. You need to kill him.
Yeah,
and I feel like
edge guarding honestly looks better as Pikachu. I feel.
Yes. It just doesn't look. It didn't look like he was getting much of those hits he needed to.
It's fair, and Hotline can find the kill off that, no problem. Hotline, it seems like as long as he's able to get in, he really has no problem killing Pikachu. I mean, his combo game and all these
he's
looks fantastic,
very
but just like that, he loses his double jump again. Ooh, I guess he still had it, but you know, Caleb still able to combo no death. Caleb hitting Yoshi with quite a few of these up tilts. I don't think that should be. You know, you have to have a bit of a read on the Yoshi to be able to land those consistently.
Yeah, for sure.
Otherwise, he can just armor through.
Good little use of forward air there. And these
should be a kill because I don't think the backer is stale. Okay, he goes for the Brodian. Doesn't work.
It worked out though.
Yeah, almost didn't with some great DI from Hotline. That's it. Ooh, doesn't quite armor through it. He doesn't expect the keyboard.
The keyboard angle.
We've yet to see anyone who's properly played around it. I like that fair into up tilt, but I think he ran off stage by accident. Goes for it again.
I think that Hotline needs to stop trying to contest Caleb so much at the edge. Like he got himself into two situations that could have led into death. I think he needs to play a little bit more center stage.
Because Yoshi's punish game, you know, quite strong, even towards the center of the stage, and Caleb's been finding a ton of openings there with up tilt into death. It was looking a lot more competitive than either of the first two. But no jump.
Oh, no jump.
Caleb takes game 2. Looking pretty close, but just edged it out. Clearly, that was the matchup with Pikachu for sure, and I don't think we'll be seeing Hotline characters.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't switch. Come on, man. Just stay Pikachu.
Caleb's thinking about switching again. Okay.
Alright.
He's maybe considering the Falcon.
Yeah, I think so.
Besides, not to. Yeah. Caleb going back to top plat. I don't know about that up smash thing.
Oh, this is big.
That up air was really creative. Look at this combo. There's some great combo extensions. You know, it's sometimes not always just about the combo, but how you can string together something in between. And wow, just like I was saying, this turnaround for Caleb, that was incredible. Beats out the defensive option, then pivot up tilts into a lethal string off stage. Really fantastic offense from Caleb all around.
Yeah, and I definitely feel like that's what is giving him the advantage in the micro spacing, where he's just sort of abusing a lot of moves that make it harder for Yoshi to, you know, retaliate. Because I think a lot of Yoshi's game is like, you hit me, I hit you back type deal, and you're not really seeing much of that. Instead, what you're seeing is that Hotline will have some really strong punish and rack up a lot of percent or even into death. So it's been really interesting to watch them both kind of pick each other apart.
Yeah, the crazy thing really is how good Caleb's punish game on Yoshi has been. I mean, you kind of expected Yoshi in this matchup to have at least a strong punish game, but you don't necessarily expect Pikachu to be landing like near 0 to deaths. Okay, finds the anti-air up tilt to clean up the stock. Snags the jump. Caleb, one game away from guaranteeing a spot in the final round.
Yeah, can he do it? Oh, nice egg.
Fantastic egg placement there. This is exactly where Pikachu wants to go, and this is all tied up. Intercepts the jump. A great way to tack on a bunch of extra percent. Caleb not looking for a big combo opening just yet. Finds him on the platform. More
I like that
fairs.
weight.
Look at all this damage.
Oh man.
I must have lost his jump somewhere in there. Up a clean stock. One more to go. Find potential in his tournament life. The regrab. This is a lot of damage. Being careful with these fairs. Whoa, look at this combo, the double fair, the vertical combo straight into up smash.
Yoshi definitely not out of it. You see another one of those and we can see this turning into a game 5 situation. And
anyone can take this hotline, start it up.
Might
asphalt. I push him
but the
off,
push
but it
off.
doesn't work.
The egg, the cover. Oh, that was so ballsy.
Oh,
but
it's a koi kill egg coverage. Spikes him, but he techs it. How did he tech that? And this is anyone's game the first
no.
Did he get this? Goes for the fair.
Oh,
he just gets
nice. Game 5, very nice from Hotline.
Wow.
Those last 2 punishes what he needed.
Yeah, with his back against the wall, he found fantastic combos there. 0 death straight into like a combo to 80%.
Hotline just feels like a player who gets better as the set goes on. It just feels like it's like.
Oh yeah, for sure. His punish game is in left on. Not only does he have the 0 deaths, he has these like tech chases and these connections. Ooh, get up tilt. What?
Oh, what?
They both SD? We're just playing a 3-stock map. Game 5, they're both SDing. I tell these guys are taking it seriously because these guys are not making those mistakes in front of us. Ooh, catches him. He gets so dangerous by the edge.
Yeah.
Hotline,
I just think
doing this.
Yeah, he's got to stop playing at the edge. I know he gets pressured and he's like, okay, if I just punish him here, it can kill. But Caleb's just getting so much out of those hasty options.
Great parry.
But nice little parry.
I would be so scared to be doing this many up tilts if I was Caleb, but it seems to be mostly working out for him. Fair edge guard, but Hotline swoops to the ledge.
Oh, no.
Another up tilt. How does he keep finding
one.
these? Just have to take my word for it that up tilting Yoshi is not usually this easy. The armor can really make quick work of it if it's timed properly.
What is this? Oh my goodness.
Some weird pressure. Yoshi a little too slow to get out. Effectively, he just gets the grab. This could be the whole set. Oh no! What was he trying to do? Pivot?
Oh my god!
Turnaround.
Oh my god! Hotline.
You can
he
never
just needs
count
to
this
hit.
out. And he hit.
Oh my god!
And he just turns it into a kill.
No way! Nice parry.
Nice tech chase.
Oh, this is so dangerous.
These guys, if Caleb can find another one. I
can. They're both probably just a nervous wreck right now. Oh my god! That could have been it.
There, he still has a jump right. No.
Ah. Oh my god!
What?
Oh
You're kidding me!
Hotline! Holy shit!
Oh my god! What was that?
That set was insane. That set was fucking insane.
Look, I know I'm not supposed to be right now, but I just jumped out of my seat, dude. That was so wild.
Incredible.
Amazing play from Hotline.
71% finds the fair.
I'm all smiles right now. I was feeling sleepy and I'm woke the fuck up. That's like the hit of caffeine I needed.
Hotline,
oh my god.
Clutch. The clutchest man in the world with these combos.
And that was like absolutely the X factor there. Is Hotline's punishes. Like when he needed to turn it up, he did. Like he was kind of getting battered by, some risky options, but he's like, nope, I'm just gonna try it again. And I know I can punish you. I know I can do it. And that's exactly what he needed to do. I was like the whole time, like, no, Hotline, don't contest there. And he proved me wrong. He proved he can do it.
Oh, that's insane. Wow.
That was incredible.
We have one last match. decide who will join Hotline in the final round robin. We have Frank versus Dr. D. With these guys, I believe winning their matches in 3-0s, right? Yid did not take a game, neither did Frank.
So, I believe I'm stepping out now. I apologize for any bad enunciations. I'm a little tired. I had a long day today. I had to get a lot done in real life, but I was very happy to have the opportunity to commentate and try and share my knowledge, and hopefully everything seemed coherent enough to understand, and I had a lot of fun. So thank you for having me.
I think the plan was for you to be on for this next set.
No,
You're
that's
welcome
okay.
to it.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Why don't let's all commentate together? We'll be a big family.
All right. We can three man.
All right. Well. Anyway, next up we'll be seeing Frank versus Dr. D. I think this should be Pikachu versus Kirby matchup. Certainly some Kirby players have been known to struggle with or even drop the character for. Maybe the reason that we don't see too many level Kirby players in North America because of how many strong Pikachu players there are.
He definitely showing his strength in that set against the Yid, though. Like, certainly comfortable with this matchup.
Yeah, he looked absolutely on top of it. The speed at which he was racking up that percent, and then his knowledge of what his kill options were, whether it was comboing into tech chase F smashes or finding these grabs that just kill straight out on the platforms, finding the edge guards, comboing straight into dare. He's really on top of taking those Pikachu stocks, which I think is what Kirby really has to do to win this matchup. So they're getting into it.
That patience and that mastery over the ground play is going to be a unique challenge for Dr. D to overcome compared to his set with Yid.
Frank, known for his patience, should definitely be experienced in this matchup. Great back there. Wow, this is textbook edge guarding from Frank, but he's too far away. I think he didn't realize Kirby could still make it back.
It's such good timing around the Kirby up tilts so far too, with those approaches off of the side platform.
Yeah, you can see even within the first 10 seconds how much knowledge Frank has of Kirby's range on his moves and the timing that he needs to use to work around them.
You see that little walk away that he did?
Yeah.
He walked away from Kirby and then short hops back in with the down air.
Yeah, using that dare for edge guarding is really smart. Should be able to roll out of this. Okay.
Nice little escape.
So how can Frank build up some damage? This is always what's tricky for Pika. Look at this.
It's an up air.
Oh, yeah, I don't think he meant to fair. That was probably meant to be an up air drifting forward. Grab and it's out.
He's just standing there. He's so menacing.
Kirby, both these characters, honestly, scary just doing nothing.
And now that he's at that percent where he can just kill off of the grab, it's so tough.
Shield drop dare there. Well, I don't like throwing out the nair there. That's really risky. It has so much in lag and push for it right away.
Matchup can feel so disorientating when the Pikachu is just not giving you enough to work with, and I think that what Dr. Sauce needs to do is, and it might be difficult for a type of person like Frank who's going to do his best to make sure that you're not racking up percentage on him, is just sort of maybe bait him a little more into a space and then, rack on that damage. But who knows if Frank will fall for it,
like finding openings under the side platform can be so key for Kirby too, because that's when you can set up those tech chases and build on all that extra damage.
For sure.
Meanwhile, Frank just finds that massive combo to
Frank's just happy.
The up smash! It came out so late, but Kirby's jump is just not good enough. He didn't get a combo off of it though.
He needs to find a finisher. Ooh, I don't like that up tilt. He did one of those in the previous game. Up tilts against someone on the side plat, getting them that free push off. letting him live another day. Jumps in with a down air. An unusual use for that move and not quite enough DI. Frank
could have been dangerous. Could have been dangerous.
This is one of those matchups where it's really hard to play from behind too, because it's quite difficult for Kirby to find like a quick stock on Pikachu. You have to do a lot of work on every stock. Like there's sometimes situations, and he goes for the Falcon counter pick now.
No, I like to switch. Go for the volatility of the matchup. You know, it's far more dangerous for Pikachu to just kind of hang out in the ground. I mean, you can obviously. I'm shocked. Frank actually.
But we know Frank is so well versed in this matchup. He's got a lot of practice. I know he plays with Crovy a lot.
Constantly, yeah.
The dash attack.
That must have made a mistake.
Wow, I didn't think that up B would connect.
Yeah, it's not quite going to do it, though. And this can be a tough position in this matchup for Falcon, just finding this final hit to lock down the stock on Pikachu, and that's exactly why it makes you want to go for those like short hop back airs, but Frank is so good at challenging that with the up tilt.
Oh,
what a call!
Nice. It's Dare calling out the ledge options. Pikachu, despite the strength of his ledge options, once he's
nice up smash. That's what I love to see. The low percent up smash if Pikachu is above you. Love to see it.
A quick 90%. The real test is going to be, how fast he can finish off the stock. Land one of those combos that doesn't kill. Ledge play, misses the Z cancel and misses the DI to just lose the stock like that.
No DI there is really important.
I guess he just was not expecting an F smash. To be fair, I wasn't either.
Frank is being so patient at the ledge right now. I don't know how he didn't get back here there in that short hop.
I don't know either.
It's like it went through him. And he finds the up air to grab.
Painful.
It's exactly what he's
Dr.
looking
D goes too low.
It's just like I said earlier, finding that last hit against Pikachu can be so tough. Especially with such a patient player with like great spacing like Frank has. He's just doing these empty hops. Challenging! Come in! Fight me!
Come and get me! Come and get me! Come and get me! You won't!
Oh my gosh.
There's the dash attack.
Oh! That was so smart! What? The double up air! And he just runs.
Like starts comboing him.
What a tricky little mouse. What a tricky little mouse.
It looked completely like the edge guard was over. He had flubbed it. He just finds a way to make it happen anyway, using every last drop that he's got out there, all the resources.
He like started doing a normal up air combo, but towards the stage. Okay.
Okay. That's a big play. Still off stage. Oh man, I thought he was gonna go for an up B read there. That's what it looked like. Nice patience from Dr. D.
I don't think that Nair doesn't feel like it was.
Block!
What's happening?
He's found himself again in this situation where he has to finish the stock against Pikachu. Pikachu's at high percent. He has to find that big hit. And that seems to be where Frank has been getting so much of the mileage in this set so far.
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of just like he knows that the onus is on Dr. Sauce to make a move because he really.
And he knows all of the moves that he wants to do. Yeah. And how to play against them and how to space it clean.
Great edge guard. Not easy to hit when Falcon's at that low percent, but he makes use of some of Pikachu's highest damage, highest knockback moves like the Dare, that little neutral B.
I feel like if you could hypnotize Frank and convince him he's always at 100%, he would force stock everyone in this matchup. Like he plays so well when he's at that high percent.
Yeah, the handicap. Just put him in handicap 9 or whatever it is, and he'd be unbeatable. These fares are neutral.
I'm not sure about those tilts.
And he leaves the corner, giving Dr. D a big opening, but he didn't land on the platform there, so the combo's going to drop.
I think that's what Dr. D needs. He needs to kind of just be, get a little dangerous. I think he's just not being dangerous enough. Yes, it sucks if you get grabbed, but what is this accomplishing? I feel like it's doing a little bit of mental damage, actually, because Frank is just like, okay.
He doesn't get anything. He's going for a down air read. The thing about this percent too is now Frank can just play right in the corner, and if Falcon gets a grab and he's too close to the stage, like edge, to be able to dash, then you don't really have a follow-up.
Yeah.
So like Frank playing in the corner here is so good for him. Right on that that corner pixel of the stage. Just get all the way out.
Nice DI and escape there from Dr. D, but wow, finds the jab grab on top plat. Now Frank only one stock away, taking his spot in the final bracket.
It's such a unique component of this matchup too, specifically how buffed Pikachu can get from playing in the corner, just because of the neutral loss there not being so punishing.
Missed the fastball!
Whoa.
Wow, Frank
dude.
takes it. Just like that. Background from Mario Kart, I love that.
It just seemed like... Oh, go ahead.
Dr. D pulling out the Falcon, but the Falcon just didn't seem quite refined enough to contend with someone Frank's caliber. Frank now winning both of his matches 3-0 in
Frank is
all
so
three
good
top
against
tiers.
Falcon. So yeah, Frank is
Pikachu,
gonna
Kirby,
qualify
and
after that
Falcon.
one. Makes it into the November split with that win. We have Frank and Hotline moving on. Hotline with his miracle Game 5 win against Caleb. One of the greatest moments in Smash that I've seen in a while, to be honest.
Yeah. Just
And
absolutely
Frank there just with
incredible.
a dominant performance, showing that he's ready for this November split.
I
And
kind of wish...
he's a
yeah.
contender.
I kind of wish this was grand finals, because I'd love to see like Frank's like wall against like Hotlines, you know, just white hot punishing, you know.
We do have that match.
You can see
We
it,
do
you can see
have
it
it.
right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Just
so
wait a minute, 50
do
seconds.
they do both move on, but for the pride, for the bragging rights, they are gonna play it out here. We're gonna play out the final match, Frank up against Hotline. So this match doesn't affect like who moves on. They have both qualified for the split, but just because we're all here, we love Smash, we're gonna see these two duke it out to see who comes out on top of this play-in bracket.
How will Frank deal with Hotline's ferocity in the neutral and, you know, just the punish game? How will he react? Will it shake him? Or will Hotline, you know, be completely fizzled out by Frank's just, you know, overwhelming
His defense.
Yeah, his defense.
The thing is, Yoshi can get in on those like up tilts, right? If he times his armor approaches. You can't always just up tilt to keep Yoshi away. It is a bit of a challenge to consistently time that sort of approach, but it's definitely something you can do. And Hotline certainly showing that he's capable and like comfortable in this matchup from that set against Caleb.
This is a matchup where both sides have a lot of different ways they can go about approaching it, and I'm curious to see if Frank, you know, looks similar to how Caleb was playing the matchup. Caleb actually going for a ton of those up tilts. Managed to make it work more often than not. Did get 0 deaths a few times for being armored, but managed to get quite a lot of kills. But, not all Pikachus may be going for that, and we'll have to see if Frank bring a totally different style.
It's definitely a very different flavor of Pikachu, I would say, and like that's the thing with Pikachu. He's a really expressive character in like high level play. There's so many different ways that you can
Yoshi as well, for sure.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. All the Yoshis have got their own styles for sure.
Hotline with those really strong vertical combos, those fares into asphalt tech chase.
Yeah, we'll see if he goes for those. He got a couple of those like ledge combos on Caleb, the up tilt forward air stuff. We'll see if Frank is able to DI that sort of thing, where Caleb maybe wasn't able to.
Okay. Just finding this grab. I don't know about the neutral B against Yoshi.
I think kind of a questionable forward smash from Frank there. On the side flat too.
God. And after a lot of scuffles, fine. It's the first stock.
And you know, Yoshi, like a very different character in the sort of strategy you have to use against him, and we might be seeing here Frank not having the same level of comfort against Yoshi as he does against like the Pika Ditto or the Falcon matchup.
It'd be interesting to see kind of what style he uses to adopt. If he wants to stay on the top plat, as we saw Caleb doing a lot of, or maybe Yoshi around the sides. Ooh, can he make it back? No. Kind of
A
an
big
unusual way
start
to
for
die
Hotline so far.
as Pikachu.
I really love watching Hotline's Yoshi. I think this is like one of my favorite Yoshis to watch now.
Misses the grab. Can't believe that. Okay, finds the jab grab. Frank.
It's interesting
Bring it
there to
back
go
a
for the
little bit.
forward air so close to the top play. He didn't really give himself a lot of time to follow up on the tech there.
I love that up air into up smash. That was really cool.
Great approach from Hotline. Not quite going to seal it with the up smash. I thought that would kill, honestly.
Oh,
From ledge, okay. Just trading who's on the ledge. What is going on? I can't believe that egg didn't hit him, and I can't believe his up B didn't hit on the ledge. What is this there?
nice little
that was
nair.
so cool. The full hop nair to cover the entire top plat and shield poke him right into the killer. back air.
Oh, and these are the punishes. These are the punishes he's known for. But oh, is able to get out with that up tilt.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that F smash. It's a little ambitious. Okay, even if it breaks armor, Yoshi's already on stage. I don't think he meant to roll there, but it's just a
Or tilt.
Not sure he meant to run off.
Trying to call out the up B to return to the stage. Hotline playing with a big lead here. Knows
That's a
that one
great
read is
angle.
all he needs.
The angle by Frank to keep himself in the game, but this can be a very tough matchup to make a comeback in.
Yeah, if he gets up smashed or anything like that. Okay, so yeah, chat actually reminding me that Frank does play with L-Man sometimes and with K-Rool, so he does have access to Yoshi players to practice against, but it's like we said before, there are so many different ways that you can play Yoshi.
Yeah.
So whether or not he's ready for the style that Hotline brings is another question, but definitely I saw what I would say was some questionable edge guarding attempts from Frank there, like maybe doing moves that wouldn't really get him enough even if they did work. And not as much forwarder as you're maybe used to seeing from Pikachu in this matchup.
Caleb was just going in constantly with the fairs. You know, you could tell with Caleb that some of his fairs, he was looking for them to really lead into a combo, but other ones he was just doing clearly to rack up percent. Especially when Yoshi's very low and most of Pikachu's moves aren't really very effective.
Good tech in place from Frank there. Gets himself out.
Nice parry on the grab.
I feel like Frank needs to do more is try and call out when he thinks that Hotline's gonna try to jump at him, or even watch how he's jumping. It's very strange to see such a defensive tank like Frank to sort of fall into these combos, which is I feel is how Hotline was able to take the first game.
Up air should do it. Evens up the stock. As you were saying that, he did call out one of those Yoshi double jump approaches with an up tilt. That's how he secured the first stock.
Hotline is really quite the gambler, I feel like. He just goes for these DJC fairs, and if his opponent up tilts him, he dies. If his opponent doesn't up tilt him,
he wins. Yeah, he's zero deaths. I love that.
Bet it all on red is basically his Yoshi style.
Even though he's blue.
Yeah.
He needs to play red Yoshi.
Yeah, red and black.
Oh, it's going all in again.
And with the forward air, maybe a down air would serve him a bit better there to just give him a little bit more time to land on that platform for the tech chase.
Great ledge cancel there by Frank. It's back with no problem at all. I don't really know about these neutral beats. They're pretty effective against Falcon, but doesn't seem to do much against Yoshi.
Yeah, he did catch onto the high recovery from Hotline there, and he got up and back aired him right at the end of the double jump, but Hotline does catch him with an up air above the top platform there to even it out again. Definitely a closer match than what we saw in the first game. Not as dominant looking from Hotline, but he is starting one of his big vertical combos here.
He's trying by Frank to get out, but can't follow up to the zone. Okay, he gets the grab. No follow up there. I feel like if he wasn't going to get anything, he needed to just F them.
A double up tilt. Hotline came up a little bit short on his approach.
Nice little fair.
Boxing him in the corner and building up so much damage. Oh, just gets...
Goes for the fourth.
Crazy. That's so frustrating against Yoshi, right? You've cornered him, you're punishing him, you're getting all this damage, and he just finds one fair and suddenly you're dead. Look at this!
Oh, that's a huge punish.
It's just like
so close, and then out of nowhere, Hotline.
Just like he gets that magic touch sometimes, and it's like stock's gone.
Frank somehow needs to control these or out of Hotline somehow needs to prevent him from landing these combos.
And I think it's really key for him to find those edge guards he's been missing too. I love that up B escape. And he's gonna go for the tech chase here. Takes it a little bit slow, and Hotline fighting an up tilt that could be really big. Again, calling out the tech in place in the weak nair. Oh,
I really didn't expect him to combo him to top
Nice
flat like that.
weight.
That was
I love that weight.
a totally
such
new
a-
combo.
Yeah.
That's one he hasn't done this whole time.
and when Frank missed the tech there on the side plat, my brain went down smash, but Hotline just waits and finds the up tilt instead.
Yeah, that's more reminiscent to what you would see from Wizard's Yoshi, where he kind of just waits for you to do a tech option on the side plat. So
Yeah.
good to see he has that in reserves as well.
An interesting back air there, falling past the platform with the back air to cover the tech in place that time. Maybe was looking for a forward air setup, but not quite enough time to do that. And
Jab
Frank does
grab
take
there.
the stock.
Frank absolutely has those jab grabs on lock. In them feels like Frank hasn't really been able to establish the kind of punish game that Caleb has, and he hasn't been able to maybe play his own game of just locking Hotline out.
Yeah, like
Neutral.
Hotline doesn't
He
care.
needs to be able to do
he's-
one of those two.
Yeah, Hotline's just willing to bet it all, and it's just working out for him.
You either need to constantly keep him out, or you need, to match his punish game. And so far, neither of those has quite come together for him. But
Yeah.
calls him out with the.
Wait, what? Where did that double jump even come from? Is he hacking the game?
What's going on? He hits him with the egg.
That's just one of those Yoshi moments, man, where you're so sure.
I think maybe he did see on that approach. He just did a regular jump.
That's
and
gonna
he got
kill.
up tilt.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened.
I mean, even like the way he was moving after the hit, it
know.
looked like he had no double jump. He just does that like backwards facing double jump back onto the stage.
All right, Frank though, it's a good anti-air there, and even up. So Frank, a lot more even. We've been talking about some difficulties, but his neutral has been strong.
Yeah, good
Just
border
the
there as
punish it.
well. Punish the edge shield, just get a little bit of damage.
Finding a lot of these up airs, if as long as he doesn't give over one of these massive punishes, if he
That was
just
the jump
finds
catch.
up airs, that can be a stock.
Hotline not able to conjure a jump out of thin air that time, and Frank is up 2-1.
Good up B again. Staying safe. And, if you want to kill me, you're gonna have to find a combo. Another nice up B.
Oh man, and what a dangerous nair approach over and over again from Hotline.
But Hotline knows his distance, knows how to stay safe. Tech chase, but
Looking for that up
jumps
tilt.
out.
The dash attack from Frank. He keeps
misses
going
the
for
timing
these.
of the up tilt.
Yeah, he keeps going for these up tilts a little bit early. Maybe used to fighting Yoshis who are more prone to like attacking proactively out of that. But Hotline just using the full duration of that armor every time. And so far Frank has not adjusted to that.
And you have to look at Frank's recoveries, though. I mean, that
His
recovery to
up Bs
edge
are
was
so
phenomenal, and then the ledge cancel was also phenomenal.
Something I
It's
noticed
really hard to kill.
watching a previous set of Franks is he's really good at doing up Bs that get him to land right on the stage, like right as the up B ends.
And no extra height that would
Yeah,
waste
yeah.
time.
Exactly.
I think up air would have killed there. I don't know if he wanted back air because back air was stale.
He's been holding on to this stock all the way up to 147.
Yeah, you can see if Hotline can't find a combo, then
runs up with the
Frank will
forward air.
live forever. 147. This is insane.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of staying outside of the bear range, but the up smash.
Finally, calls him out with the up smash. 105.
Will he
Dangerous
do?
for Yoshi,
Will
but
will the Magic Man do it again? Will he just get that magic touch and we'll see him take the set
it's never
3-0?
over with Hotline.
Armor is way in anymore. He's way too high of a percent for that. Back air into up tilt. He probably got the jump back there.
No.
We'll see if Frank realizes. He's ready for it. He hits him
awesome.
out.
Very smart.
Can't
Nice
really
that
do a
word.
whole lot there if you're Yoshi. Maybe
That's
should
a
have gone.
191.
Yeah, maybe should have gone for ledge a little more instead of doing another high recovery there. So Frank does take that. He gets on the board. It's now 2-1 for Hotline. We'll see if he's able to stop Frank from getting the ball rolling too much more here. Definitely wants to close this out 3-1. You never want to go to a Game 5 situation against someone like Frank who can just,
Great anti-air with that up tilt.
you know, sort of download you and start walling you out with those up tilts. And you see that.
It just takes the double jump.
Just challenging Hotline on his approaches. And the longer the set goes on, the more comfortable Frank is going to get with the timings that Hotline likes to pick.
What is this? Just kills him with a single fair? Hotline able to find stocks out of absolute thin air. Frank can somehow shut this down, stop the magic, stop these massive combos that Hotline just keeps finding. He's shown he can win. His recoveries are great.
Yoshi Porter was like one frame off from coming out there and just spiking Pikachu. That's going to probably do it, right?
Did you see that he used the neutral B? He was too low percent for Bear to break armor. The neutral B put him just above. The Bear broke armor.
I sort of think, I know it's early to say, but I kind of think this is going to go to Game 5. I feel like Frank is starting to figure something out with Hotline, and he's just, like, Hotline's just kind of fizzling out just a little bit. He's still, you know, he's still Hotline at the end of the day, but it doesn't seem like right there, he didn't get that punish that normally we've been seeing him capitalize on. And, you know, Frank is kind of just, like, really making it difficult to get rid of him, like, when he's at high percent. It's kind of that hypnosis thing Frey was talking about, where Frank just seems to play better when he's at high percent.
I think anyone who's in a similar boat to Hotline with the way they play the game knows that having that confidence shaken when you're this kind of explosive player who likes to take risks in neutral is really detrimental. And if he starts overthinking things and getting too worried about Frank's counterattacks, then like it could go really quickly in the other direction, and Frank could start just...
Frank in that jab rope? That was ridiculous.
He's winning these interactions where he was losing them before.
Just piling on the pressure. The longer he can go without getting zero deaths, it's just the more and more the match looks in his favor. It's really coming down to that.
An up B.
The neutral's going well, the recovery's going well, it's just the combos.
Dash attack's a big opening. Will he go for the perfect line up smash? He does a weak there. But the call out gets the stock anyway.
Very nice call out. All right. Let's see. Oh my god.
Starts the double backers.
You just never know with this guy. I'm just like, is that it?
Hotline is one stock away. Then Jared finds the F tilt. Hotline takes it.
Hotline. That was honestly a very impressive showing just in this plan. Like Caleb, definitely not something to scoff at. Frank, he 2-0'd everyone in his bracket at his pool at SmashCon. Like these are huge wins. Like, this is showing that Hotline is here, and the people who are in the championship group, even you, Frey, you should be scared of this Yoshi. You should watch out for him.
Yeah, you never know.
But honestly, excited, right? If there's one thing this plan has made me feel is that I want to go DM all these people and ask for games, right? They've been playing fantastic, and I want to see it for myself, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So again, congratulations to Frank and Hotline for being our 2 players to join the other 8 in the final November split here. And I think we will get to take a look at that in the moment to see how the final standings are going to shake out for that.
How's it going, guys? Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, awesome. Congrats to Frank and Hotline. Those were some crazy games, especially Hotline, that last one versus Caleb.
I'm sorry. I love when people just, it seems like they're just totally locked in, and it's just watching him, just him knowing he's no, I'm going to take this stock. That is what I love this game for. Any other game, it's just not possible. That is absolutely what I'm here for. That's absolutely what I enjoy watching. And of course, I love watching that methodical play of Frank as well. So that matchup was just exciting the whole time.
So yeah, you can see the bracket. The bracket, that's how it played out. Hotline, our champion. It doesn't mean much for seedings going forward. Everyone's at a level playing field going into the November split, but for bragging rights, Hotline with a strong finish.
Hotline winning the whole thing after winning his set against baby Caleb by inches by at like 140%.
It
Last
was
thought game 5.
Incredible.
in game 4 and in game
Incredible.
5. Game 4 and game 5, he was down 2 stocks to 1 or 1 stock to 2, and was able to pull it back. So yeah, it was one of the most exciting sets of the tournament. But we can see here, so here's the championship group going into the November split. I think pretty stacked. There's a lot of great players. Let me turn down this music.
So from Group A, we have Dogs and K-Rule. From Group B, we have myself and Box. From Group C, Crovey and Jaime. From Group D, Warnwoo and Hammerheart. And now Frank and Hotline will be joining those 8 players to play a 10-man round robin to determine the overall winner of the cup through the month of November.
Yeah, I
So
just
we'll
want
be getting commentated matches from this group uploaded throughout the month.
Yep.
Forward to those.
There's
and
gonna
these should
be-
some
yeah.
incredibly high quality matches.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely tune into the YouTube channel. We're going to be posting VODs more regularly during the week and continue to do the recaps at the end of them. And like I said, we'll have these 3 guys, Goon, Frey, and Robert, commentating. We'll also have Andykins and Wiseacre hopping on some, so it's going to be exciting.
Please go sub to the YouTube channel, follow the Twitter, and keep up, because this is going to be a month of some really
Yeah.
great matches between some of the top players online facing off to see who
Yeah.
comes out on top. I can't wait personally.
Yeah, super exciting, super exciting. I had to kind of give up my position, not to go too hard into it. Just I was just going through some things, and I'm really grateful for the opportunity to be involved in this, and I'll try not to be too sentimental, but sometimes it can be very difficult to just kind of handle what life throws at you. And I'm just really grateful to be a part of this community. I hope that me ducking out was not something that people took personal. I just was
We're glad to have you
going
here
through a lot.
commentating.
Yeah,
I
We just-
appreciate that.
we're happy.
That means a lot to me.
I was
Yeah.
happy to see you participate in what you did, and you had awesome games, and we understand. It's completely your decision, and we support that. And
Yeah.
like Frey said, we're looking forward to seeing you on commentary throughout this month. It's going to be exciting because
Yeah.
there's a lot of good games coming up.
Also,
Yeah.
while we're still here, I really want everyone to give a hand to Tersero for putting this whole thing
Oh,
together,
Thank you.
yeah.
doing all of these amazing
Tersero.
graphics and
Yeah.
production.
Yeah.
I
Just
appreciate
setting
it,
this
guys.
all up
Yep.
for our community. It's such a great avenue for us, I think, and it's been so
Appreciate
much
that.
fun so far.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I
I'm-
saw a lot of people in chat kind of echoing a similar sentiment, and I just want to thank you all. Thanks. I didn't know what to expect coming into this stream, and I think I saw close to 40, which passes what I was expecting. So I appreciate it. It was like a lot of work's been going into it. I appreciate these guys hopping on the stream because I think it adds a whole nother layer to it. And thanks everyone for watching. And like we've been saying, this month's going to be awesome because 10 great competitors.
Yeah. I'm super excited, and I'm just very grateful to you, Tersero, for sure. Like this opportunity has been fantastic for the scene, and just personally, seeing someone dedicate themselves in such a way to really put the spotlight on the online scene is just very close to me. So
Yeah.
I was extremely grateful.
Yep, and I'm glad people are enjoying it and getting to watch this stuff, and get to see all these kind of great players throughout the month. I mean, we had 40 people participating in the October split, and we got to see a lot of really good matches. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yep. What do you think going into this November split? Who are the people? I mean, I feel like it could be anyone. There's so many good people. Any dark horses, or who do you think someone that people might be, overlooking that you could see kind of make a run?
Honestly, you kind of seen it. I think Frank and Hotline, Frey, you got to be watching out for them. You got to be watching out. Like they just look like they're ready, and they're ready to really make a statement. I think another person, also just kind of looking at there, I think that K-Rool also, the Yoshis, man, there's just something in the water that's making them play really good this year. Like as you can see, Yoshis are sneaking in those top 8s. They're sneaking into those championships. You gotta watch out for those Yoshis.
For me, looking at this field of 10 players, there's so much talent in there. There's going to be so many great sets. If I had to pick a couple of players to look out for who I think have a really strong shot at being the overall winners, right now, looking at this, I would say really, really everyone has to watch out for Dogs Johnson and Jaime because those two are so consistent and so
Sure.
strong.
For
And
sure.
being able to have that consistency in a pool like this where you really need to win a lot of sets to come out on top. I could definitely see both of those players just taking out lots of names and building up a huge positive record, and that's really what you need to do.
Yeah. Go ahead.
When it comes to me personally, I think all these guys are really strong. We've seen Hotline, Frank, be able to make some upsets, get some big wins. I think of all of them, my personal pick to win would be Low Power, incredibly talented player and someone that is really able to do what it takes to win when he puts his mind to it. He's shown he's just extremely skilled with Pikachu and Falcon. Does all his matchups cold and quite the online terror. Some people might not be quite as familiar with as he's been a little less active. But if he gets in a competitive spirit, he can beat anybody.
And he's coming out of that Group D, which was just stacked, especially at the top with Hammerheart.
What was the result? Who was the 1 and who was the 2?
So Low came in first, and it was because he beat Hammerheart and Caleb in 3 2s. 3 and 2.
So Low winning what seemed like maybe one of the hardest groups.
Yeah, I think it was at the top level that it was stacked, and so he's really strong, and I think that was a good pick.
I want my good friend Frey to win the whole thing, honestly, and I think he can. I absolutely believe Frey can win the whole thing. So that's kind of my favorite pick. And then I'd love to see Crovy do well, because I can't stand Crovy, and I just want to see everyone else realize why I can't stand him. It's because of his insane DI and his smart play and just his ability to always be, pushing himself to the next level. So yeah,
it does feel impossible to predict. Like you can make a genuinely strong argument for pretty much anyone in here.
For sure.
Yep.
So many matches I'm looking forward to seeing, and hopefully I'll be able to jump on the mic for a few more of them as well.
Definitely.
But definitely keep your eyes on the YouTube channel. Is it where can they find it, Cicero?
Good question. I think Frey
posted
the link
in the chat earlier. I will link it
again. Thank you. Yep.
Check out the Autumn Cup YouTube channel, subscribe, and watch the videos. Tercero has been doing recaps every week too. They're really great to see.
So I think that's gonna wrap it up for tonight. Like we've been saying, just tune in for this November split. It's gonna be awesome. And thank you guys for coming to commentate, and thank you for everyone who was hopping on throughout the stream, chatting, and kind of it was awesome to see.
Yeah, super enjoyable. I'm glad I woke up from my nap for this.
Yep. Okay, guys. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks again for having us.